The glitches you're about to see are from the first 3 hours of the game, not over the course of 10 or 15, the first 3 opening hours. I don't even need to build it up, just have a ganders.
Seb won't be happy if I don't meet him. Thanks, man. Be seeing you.
What? What the fuck?
Can you take a breather and relax?
God! More of them! Are they breeding?
They'll give
Hey, yo, what the?
Well, on one hand, you did just save my life. On the other, you've got that same weird piece of metal on your neck as the guy who hired me to hack your company.
Oh dear. So this is an early doors review of Mindseye. You're gonna see my reaction, but the short version is this game isn't finished. It's an absolute joke. Anyway, enjoy your mug. She's time coded for the Friend Brothers. And don't be a weasel cheese all your life. Hit the subscribe button and let's get amongst it. Oh, God's sake. I told you, I said to you yesterday, and I've been saying it for the past week. When it came to Mindseye, I wanted to come in as positive as I possibly could do. It's been red flag city for the past 3 weeks. I wanted to come in and I wanted to try and enjoy the game the best I could do. I didn't want to come in and try and break the game. I've barely veered from the path. But I'm sorry, this is an early review of Mindseye. And you're about to see, it's just one massive cluster. This game should not have come out yesterday. This thing should have not come out next month, the month after. This thing should have been delayed at least 3 months. It's not ready. The game is unfinished. So look, before we get into this, I need to say something right off the bat. If you are a developer, if you are a dev that has worked at Build a Rocket Boy on this game, my issue isn't with you, okay? You've clearly tried your best with this game, right? And I'm going to bring up a couple of positives before we get into the negatives because, brother, there is a lot of them. Again, we've only played this game for the first sort of 4 or 5 hours, but there's too much. The positives. The city looks great. Seriously, if you're a dev and you've worked on that city, be proud because the thing looks absolutely brilliant. Seriously, it really does. The acting, shout out to the actors. The actors have absolutely smashed this. The acting's class. The story's really good. You know, the writing of the story, whoever wrote the story, I don't know if it was Leslie or what, or a team under Leslie Benzies, but they've done a good job. The story, you know, it is intriguing. And now I'm going to start pulling at straws. I'm going to start grasping at straws. What else is a positive? I don't know. Some of the... I'm going to say some of the mini-games, but some of the mini-games are absolutely just doggers. Right, I'm sorry. I've tried to be positive the best I can do. Strap yourself in because we're just going to get through our notes here because, again, we've played... This is an early review. We're going to give a full review either tomorrow or the day after, whenever we finish the game. I want to give the game... a chance to at least try and impress me towards the end. But, brother, this is rough. It's rough as toast. So let's just get straight into it. The first issue I've got is the cutscene transitions. What an absolute joke. Someone literally must have seen this at Build a Rocket Boy and gone, these cutscenes clearly aren't transitioning right. Every sort of third cutscene, and I will put the proof on the screen right now so you can see it, so you know that I'm not whistling Dixie, because no one likes a whistler. Creepy bastards. You can clearly see that I'm not on a Waffle House. Every sort of third cutscene, it feels like it's a live cutscene, and it's not popping in right. For the first second, it's struggling to pop. I don't understand how this game has been able to come out in this state. Again, look, 90% of the cutscenes themselves and the story they're trying to say, it looks fine. Again, the acting's sound. But then, you know, Cyberboy has said it multiple times on his videos. Go ahead and check out Cyberboy. He said, and he's nailed it, you will be involved in the story, and next minute you'll get taken out of it because one of the cutscenes hasn't loaded in right. There's something kicking off something's glitching out in the background, and it just pisses you off. So that's the first thing. The second thing we're going to get into is the fact that it's not open world. Now, look, I've said this. I don't need every goddamn game to be open world, right? However, the devs have created such a good-looking version of their version of Vegas. Obviously, it's Red Rock City. You can't help but want to explore. So, what you're going to see now, I'm going to put it on the screen. I decided to go off and explore a little bit. I don't know how I did it, but I found there was one mission where it didn't fit, because the majority of the time, if you don't go to where you're supposed to go, and you veer away from the path, it pops up with you abandon the mission or whatever, and then you've got to start the mission all over again. But whatever mission this was, I clearly timed it right, because I didn't get that pop-up. It didn't tell me that I was failing the mission, right? So I was able to explore Red Rock City. Unfortunately, I was able to explore Red Rock City because, one, there's nothing to do. Now, again, I'm not sat here saying, oh my God, it's not good enough. I want side content. I want random NPCs to give me missions and stuff. I'm not asking for that. But you've made a city that looks that good. I'm clearly going to want to explore. The first issue is you don't have a map. You've got a mini-map in the corner and that's it. I kept going to the menu constantly. There is no way to bring up an open map. Now, some people might say, oh, well, what do you need an open map for? You've got in the mini-map, it tells you where you're going to go, right? Here is my issue, and again, you're seeing it on the screen now. I left my car to go and investigate, to go and check out this city. After sort of 5-10 minutes, when I realised there was nothing going on, and I saw a few glitches here and there, which I actually thought were quite funny. I didn't really take the glitches that seriously. I lost where the car was. But on the mini-map, it wasn't showing me where the car was. Now, here is the kicker. You can't hijack a car from another NPC. So every car you're coming across, you can't get in the car, like we had with goddamn Simpsons Hit and Run. What was that, 15 years ago? So you can't get into our car and hijack a car. All right, fair enough. You put it on me. That's my issue. I shouldn't have left the car where it was. I shouldn't have gone exploring a video game, for God's sake, in 2025, right? So we can't bring up a map to go back to our car. Now I'm stuffed, because the mission that I'm doing right now, the place that I need to get to, is a trek away. So for the next 15 minutes, I had to trek on foot, going through this game, going through Red Rock City. And again, look, I'll give you one round. The developers have done a good job with Red Rock City. Red Rock looks awesome. The whole piss take version of Vegas looks brilliant. But unfortunately, I found myself having to go through it, even though I wanted to go through it, and then I got stuffed because I couldn't get back to my car. Again, quality assurance. You must have known at some point people were going to want to try and explore this thing on foot. How have you not just thought to yourself, we need to get them back to the car. We need to get them back to the vehicle. Is the mindset just been, oh, screw it, they'll just start the mission all over again? Eventually our game will tell them that they veered away from the path too much. Look, I'm going off my own experiences here, but apparently at the end of the game turns into an open world. So the thing that I'm worried about is, well, if it does turn into an open world, if this does happen where I can't bring up a map and I can't get into NPCs' cars, if I go and explore this game on foot, what do I do then? If it's open world and I can't reset the mission, How do I find my car again? So again, that's a bridge we have to cross when we come to it. But we'll move on because we've got more. Point 3. The game only crashed once, but even still, that is a sentence I shouldn't... that sentence shouldn't have the word only in it. The game only crashed once. Now, I've spent the last... Just before we started recording here, I just wanted to get a quick vibe of what other content creators were saying about this thing. I've seen multiple content creators saying that the game crashed 2-3 times on them in the first hour. I am going to say this, the game has only crashed on me once. But it was during a mission, which pissed me off because then you've got to start the mission all over again. But 2, I shouldn't be... I don't care if you're on Xbox, I don't care if you're on PlayStation, I don't care if you're on PC. You've paid for the goddamn video game. If the game crashes, something's wrong. The fact that it's crashed on me once, and I'm saying, well, it only crashed on me once, is embarrassing. Because I'm now in the comparison game, comparing my crash to other people. We shouldn't be comparing how many times a goddamn video game has crashed. And again, I'm not a dev, okay? I've never been a developer at any game studio, so I don't know how much time and effort it takes. So again, my issue isn't with the devs. But surely, if you've quality assured this on Xbox, PlayStation and PC, because you've released it all on the same day on all 3, across all platforms, surely at some point, yours must have crashed. If it's crashing for everyone else, for the majority of us, you must have known that this game was crashing on people. But you've still charged us for it regardless. The next point, the Tokyo drifting people. What the hell is this shit? Again, this comes down to quality assurance. I came across this in the space of half an hour. Literally, in the space of half an hour, I came across multiple NPCs just Tokyo drifting all over the goddamn place. Look, this isn't a hill I'm going to die on. If it turned out that the cutscenes were fine, they didn't have the transition problem, I didn't have the issue with the whole map thing and the car thing and whatever, and I were enjoying the game for what it was, if I came across the Tokyo drifting NPCs, I'd have laughed it off and been like, well, you know, it is what it is, you know, not every game's perfect. But it just adds to the list of bollocks. Again, this isn't a game that I've played 10, 12, 15 hours of. I've barely played it for 5 hours. I've barely played your game for 5 hours after spending 55 quid on it. I don't know what that is in comparison to dollars. But this is what you've charged us 55 quid for. It's a lorry list of bullshit. The other thing that I had an issue with was we were doing a tailing mission on Claudia, right? And again, the whole point of this game is you're supposed to follow the story because you're locked into the story because it isn't open world. Right, well, if you're going to lock me into the story, then make the story believable and don't let stupid shit happen when you're quality assuring the game. Don't let stupid shit happen that's going to take me out of it. We were doing a tailing mission on Claudia. I'm being told that don't get too close with the eye in the sky, whatever the thing you call it, the AI thing. And not once, I think it was either twice or 3 times, Diaz is supposed to be following her, tailing her, runs into the back of her. More than once. It's so stupid. What, again, quality assurance. Someone tell me, if you are a dev at the company, someone tell me who quality assured this mission. Is it just me? Is this only happened to me? If you played Mindseye and this has happened to you, let me know in the comments. But son of a bitch, again, when it came back to the Tokyo drifting NPCs, if that's the only thing that happens, it's not the end of the world. I find it quite funny. It's the same with the Diaz thing. If this is the only thing that went wrong, then fair enough, I'll laugh about it, whatever, and we move on. It's not a game-breaking glitch. But again, you add it to the constant list of things. It's stupid. It's stupid shit. Shouldn't be happening. Sorry, it should not be happening. So, look, again, we could rant about this for ages, but this doesn't have to be any longer than it needs to be. My final and only thoughts on Mindseye at the moment. This game should have been delayed. Mr. Matty Plays said this 3 weeks ago. He put out a video saying, and I'll quote him, the words were, sincerely, this game needs to get delayed. And that was coming from someone who hadn't even played the game. They saw a hands-off demo. The red flags were there. We've been doing videos. We've been talking about it in live streams. The red flags have been there around Mindseye for the past month. They released a demo. to content creators where they couldn't actually experience it for themselves and they saw glitches already. The CFO and the CLO left the company a week before the game was supposed to be released. The core CEO came out and said a negativity that were going around Mindseye was clearly being funded by, I don't know, I think he put like a bullshit nod to Rockstar Games and then tried to backtrack and was like, oh, no, it's all about AI bots and all this other stupid shit. No, people have been negative about your game and have been bringing red flags up about your game because they've clearly heard it and they've clearly seen it. The unfortunate thing for you now is your game is now out for everyone to experience, and we are experiencing it. Go on social media, go on YouTube, you will see. The proof is in the proof is there for you. The proof is there. The game's glitching. It's lagging. It's stuttering. Oh my God, I've not even mentioned the stutter. The stutter makes me sick. Literally, it makes me nauseous. You'll be going through, on the back end of a cutscene, it'll transition into you playing the game. And for the first 30 seconds of playing the game, whether you're driving or whether you're driving, the majority of this game's goddamn driving, the stutter and the lag is grim. And again, I'm playing it on a PlayStation 5, mother. A PS5, I don't care if you're a PC lover, this shouldn't be happening on PS5 in 2025. I'm sorry, shouldn't be. And again, I'm not trying to be a dick, but this game isn't even open world. How is this happening? This should have been, I want to say this shouldn't be happening, but I would have expected this more in a game like Spider-Man, where you've got open world New York City and, you know, the constant traversal, you know, back and forth between New York City. Mindseye is not even open world. You are locked into the path you're supposed to be on, and it's stuttering and it's struggling. The game, again, I will quote Mr. Matty Players, sincerely, this game needs to have been delayed. It should have been delayed. So again, I will reiterate what I'm saying because I'm going to finish this video off now by saying this. My issue isn't with the devs. You lot have tried to make a good game, and again, you've smashed it with Red Rock City. I'm going to say Night City. You've smashed it with Red Rock City. The version of Vegas that you've created, it looks awesome. There's some really good visuals in it. The acting's good, the writing's good, the story's good, but it's not good enough. Whoever at Build a Rocket Boy has greenlit this game to come out this early, you're a dick, and you should have a review. If it's multiple people, you should all sit in a room and you should all feel proud. You should feel dead proud of what you've given. I want to say what you've given your community. You do realise that this is your first IP. You've not even built your own community yet, and this is what you've given them. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. So look, I'm going to go off and play more of the Mindseye now. I'm going to go and try and finish this game. Wish me luck. Let me know what you think in the comments about your personal experiences with Mindseye. It's gutting. It's genuinely gutting. Again, I'm trying to enjoy the game. I really am trying to enjoy it, but unfortunately, I'm not looking forward to getting this game finished. I think I'm going to come across more bullshit, and again, like I said, I'll leave it on this. This game should have been delayed. Anyway, as always, we want to give one final shout out to the Friend Brothers for the continued support on this channel. You stay safe on those streets, you little punk. And as always, sucker, look at your scumbag!